I think it's time for YouTube again. I was taking care of health issues, doctors running back and forth, and then my parents. It's not fun right now. And I want to tell you something. When it takes you 2 effing days to get the right brake hoses for your truck, and then they're not even the right brake hoses, they're a retro hose. Okay? Let me show you what Advanced Auto Parts did to me. Because I did go to other stores, and for some reason, the Chinese got their eyes crossed again. Now, these lines will work on my truck, but do we notice what's wrong with the picture? Not to mention these are cheaper and cheesier. This was the mounting point on this line. It actually went like this. So it would kind of, if it was correct, this is backwards. At every store. Again, the little slant-eyed toads screw America, okay? We fuck you hard long time. And they are. Because Advance does deliver here. AutoZone will not deliver here, even though I'm commercial. And I'll tell you why. When they're running around like the driver told me, this one driver, he's pretty new and pretty talkative. Now the other guy kept his mouth shut. But when it comes down to money, okay, the companies are greedy. They know they're doing this stuff to people, so they'll alienate certain shops. Okay, small, you know, if you're not a big volume buyer, which I'm not, okay, most of this is just a hobby for me, and springtime again. Some of these vehicles are customers' vehicles, and they realize it's not an overnight process, transforming a total piece of lump of crap, okay, into a running, safe vehicle. But as I stated with other people, when you're doing these restorations, okay, because we just got Holly Ann out of the hospital, okay, everybody's going to the freaking doctors. She finally got that transmission leak. I think it's totally fixed. I have to look underneath her. I drove it home yesterday after I drove it to 2 places, and it wasn't leaking when I got it home, but today I laid on it. That was what was making it leak, is when I would lay on it, this center adapter, there's an adapter part that goes to the transmission from the transfer case, and that was definitely cracked. And not to mention, like I said, the guy did a shit job and just gooked it up with silicone sealer, okay? But even though this needs rotors, okay, it's not going to be immediately on the road, but things were so bad with this old girl, her brakes were totally froze up. So I couldn't even move the back wheels, just wanted to keep spinning. So I'm forced into shit like this. Okay, if I really didn't have to immediately move this to start getting to my customer's vehicle, okay, I would get the right lines and order them. Now, I can get them the right lines through Summit because they've gotten them for other people, because other people are having the same problem. Okay, but I've got to modify this bracket so it sits correctly. Like I said, even this is some kind of retro bracket, and I have seen these on the K3500s. This mounts the upper control arm's a bit different, and this mounts right to them. And this would actually be, this line would actually be the passenger, the right side line. But in order to make these lines work, I got to put the left side line on the right side. Let's not get into who's on first and all that other stuff. Okay? Then I told folks my political commentary here about having this piece of shit in the White House that calls himself the president. As I said, you know what? That big mouth old man, he might big mouth Trump or whatever. I don't think he'd come here and have to say that to me. Because if he would, he'd have you strapped down and restrained in a chair, just like every other coward that does things wrong to the population. People have bills to pay. How in the hell, when we're getting all these bad parts, wrong parts, broken farts, stinky chicken farts, how the fuck can you make any money to pay any bills? And like I said, that big mouth old man, he's nothing but a goddamn communist turd. Okay? What's the agenda? What really is going on? Besides, you Biden voters are going to have a big wake-up call when your kids are serving over there and dying in his fruitless wars. So what really seems to be the agenda? I think this stuff going on in Poland, I think this is being done in unison with Russia. Okay, they're going to gain territory by doing this, but what it's going to do is draw our troop strength down. And China's also going to hit the duck. They're going to be able to go right into Taiwan. Now, don't get me wrong, I was Navy, okay, and Marine Corps. We have a hell of an amphibious capability. Our ships are far superior. That thing sounds like a real rattling piece of junk. And anyway, we have a pretty superior Navy. But we don't have the troops. And when you started ticking off, basically throwing skunks in our barracks, okay, and trying to make people bow to your communist plot, okay, I realized it was a communist plot all along. I said it the last 50 years, okay, and I'm allowed to, okay. I have family that was military. I have family that is current military, and it's not good. What's being done to this country, what's being done to them, and it's being done deliberately, okay. Nobody wants to join the military, and then half the people that do want to join go in for an education and do want to serve. They discriminate against those folks, and then they hire these, I shouldn't say hire, but they indoctrinate these lepers and these creepy people. That ain't no way to run a military. That's a communist plot is what I call it, okay? Anybody that wants to go in our military should be able to go in our military. They should be able to serve with pride. Okay, provided you obey the rules and you do what you're told to do. Because outside of society, it's getting hard to do anything, including pay your bills, make any money. Okay, how the hell? I had 2 sets of brake lines here already from Advanced. And then, as I said, I could match those up down at AutoZone. Got the same thing. They got the brackets backwards. They don't fit. I don't know what to tell people, okay? But all I know is, like I said, that foul old man in the White House is no goddamn president. He never was presidential material. And as a matter of fact, when he served under Obama, I used to call him a ventriloquist dummy. Obama should have had him sitting on his lap moving his stupid mouth. But anyway, if you want to call that piece of garbage a president, I don't. Okay? And this is one of the products, okay, of all this foreign investment is what they're, you know, for years, lawyers, attorneys sued businesses, American businesses, out of existence. And they moved it all over so they could make a profit overseas. Well, now your children are going to be dying for their wallets. And good luck to you Biden voters.